I made the switch to product management from a different career, and eventually I became a group product manager at Google. Here's how you can do the same thing. What is going on? My name is Alex. On this channel, we talk about how to get into the product management career, crush your PM interview, and improve your product skills. Product managers will be involved in building nearly every large product or service of the future. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap with steps to follow so you can switch careers into product management. If you like the video, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and also sign up for my free practical product management newsletter, link in the description below, where you and I can be in touch and I'll share my best practices and tips on how to be a better PM. We're going to follow a couple of steps. First, we're going to assess your skills and experience as a product manager. Even if you've never been an official product manager before, we've got to assess your skills and experience as if you were a product manager. Number two, we're going to identify any gaps you have that might prevent you from applying successfully. We'll create a plan for filling in those missing skills and experiences. We'll compose a product-centric resume. You'll become a PM interview expert. Sorry, that's a necessity. And finally, we'll refine your resume as you start filling in the skills and experience necessary for product management. I'm also going to give you a few general tips at the end, so make sure to watch the entire video. Step one, let's assess your skills and experience as a product manager. What relevant work experience do you have to product management? What relevant skills to product management do you have now? Here's our refresher on the top PM skills and experience. First, the skills: communication and collaboration, written communication, verbal communication, one-on-one, one-to-many, working sessions, brainstorming sessions, strategy, all kinds of communication, all kinds of collaboration. Think about where you've had to use these skills. They are going to be applicable. Empathy and understanding. This is a top PM skill. So think about where you might have had to use this skill. Reading and writing. This seems extremely basic, but those are critical skills for product managers. So if you've done a lot of reading and writing for your work, then you've been practicing product skills. Leadership and team management. This could be any aspect of leadership or team management. Any coaching, training, mentoring, onboarding, helping a group of any kind move forward on anything. This could be on the job or off the job. Data analysis. This is probably one of the few hard science aspects to a PM job, is understanding how to work with data, understanding statistics, analytical thinking, and actually working with data and setting up experiments and trying to understand the takeaways and working through the data and actually sorting through the data and trying to figure things out. Think about where you've had the opportunity to use these skills. And if you haven't, just like for anything, the second step is going to be try to fill in those gaps. Decision making. PMs make a lot of decisions, or at least they facilitate a lot of decision making. Think about where you've had to make decisions, on the job or off the job. Agile development. This is a big piece of modern development, so it's an important skill for a product manager to have. Think about where you might have leveraged this skill. Project management. Probably you've have some experience with this. Think about where you've had the opportunity to use these skills and where you could in the future. Business and finance. If you haven't really been involved in business or finance of any kind, time to get involved. I'm sure you've been involved in your own personal finance. That's a great start, but maybe consider starting a project, side hustle, demonstration or concept, or joining someone else's organization, group, or product or service. This will give you valuable business insight that has to do with sales, interacting with customers, marketing, building, launching, iterating. All of those aspects have to do with business. Those are important skills. Those are very much picked up on the job, sometimes through education, like a business background, MBA, but realistically, the best training is going to be practice. User experience, design, and research. Where did you have the opportunity to influence design in any way or perform any kind of research, directly asking customers about something or inferring their behavior by analyzing it? And finally, software development. Every aspect of software development is technically a product skill. If you had the ability to use those anywhere, definitely you can leverage those for product. Now for the experience aspect. What is product experience? Communication aspect is meetings. Any kind of meetings that you've had, any kind of communications, anytime you've had to convince anyone to do anything, that's important product experience. We've got to figure out how to present it as such. Planning and prioritizing roadmap or backlog. Any kind of involvement that you've had in projects like that is going to be important for the product manager. Writing and revising strategy plans. Did you have any part of that in your job? Performing user research and gathering feedback. We talked about this. Did you have any part in designing products or contributing to design, writing PRDs or contributing to PRDs, or refining the PRDs or specs? Analyzing data and metrics. Where have you done this in your work? Facilitating agile work. Enabling product teams to deliver something in any way, shape, or form. Stakeholder management. management. This is a little bit maybe part of communication, but the question is, where have you had the opportunity to influence any stakeholders or any execs, really any decision makers? Finally, managing and mentoring team members. Now let's talk a little bit about which roles match the best with product management. You'll have the easier time finding similarity. Business, marketing, sales, data analysis, statistics, programming, any kind of experimentation roles, and any roles that are heavy on communication and collaboration. Now let's make a few columns for product and for experience, everything I just said, and put a plus somewhere that you have matching experience or skills and a minus somewhere you're missing. That will allow you to identify the true gaps in product management experience that you've got. Now enumerate the missing skills and experience, prioritize them, most important to least important, and make a plan of how you're going to fill in every single one of those missing skills and experience. We're going to do that with books, with information on the internet, with reaching out to specific people or mentors or coaches. We're going to do it with on-the-job tasks. What aspect of your work can you utilize in order to fill in those missing skills and experiences that we just talked about? You take on some work that is going to be relevant to these missing skills or experiences. Whether you're going to try to move internally or externally, you're going to need an excellent product management resume, which lists all the product management skills and experience that we just discussed. So even though the role that you had might have been only partially related or tangentially related to product, the actions that you took are going to be aligning to the product management ladder and product management career path. And every bullet on that resume is going to say something about the skills and experience that we just talked about, which means that if a hiring manager reviews that resume, they may not see a product manager title, but they're going to see a whole lot of elements of actions and work that they expect the product manager to be doing already in your resume. Now, if you've reviewed this list of skills and experiences, you've got a lot of gaps and you're unable to fill them in with your existing job, you're going to need to look for those side hustles or other opportunities. If you can't find something to join, you're going to have to put one together yourself. It can be a startup, it can be a side hustle, it can even just be a demo project, something that you're doing for the purposes of exercising those very skills and experiences we talked about. Honestly, the difference between a real product and a demo concept that you're putting together is really nominal. No one's going to really know the difference because a ton of startups fail, almost all of them in fact. So even though you're building a demo concept or just a concept for the purposes of filling in this gap, the reality is neither you nor a ton of other startup founders are going to make any money. So what's the difference? The only difference is you're targeting those missing gaps in skills and experiences specifically so that you can create an excellent resume that looks fantastic from a hiring PM's perspective. Now, as I said, if you do have an option for internally transferring, definitely focus on that because you could simultaneously pursue internal transfers and external roles, but internal transfers gives you a ton of extra visibility. You can actually talk to the hiring manager. You can talk to other team members. You can find out extra information. You can often make up for your lack of skills and experience by the fact that you've got related expertise and domain knowledge and you've worked in this company or org before. When you're composing your product-centered resume, remember, we tailor that resume and of course your LinkedIn profile to emphasize the relevant skills and experiences. If your list of missing skills and experiences that related to product looks huge, then I recommend just starting with your company and seeing how you can pick up a few skills and experiences of the product manager and more product related work in your current job. The next step is going to be to become a product manager interview expert. This is especially important if you're going to be interviewing externally for a product manager because you're going to have to prove yourself even further because you don't have any actual product management experience. Make sure to study plenty of resources online, books, YouTube channels such as this one, other videos, training, do mock interviews, record yourself, practice. If you're on this step and you need help, I've coached hundreds of people on how to pass product management interviews. I'd be happy to help you. Use the link below to set up a time to talk to me. As you fill in some gaps in product experience, make sure to revise your resume, revise your LinkedIn profile. Repeat. Track the response rate that you get from recruiters, from hiring manager based on your resume revision. Here's a few more general tips. Treat your journey of getting into product management as a product itself. Identify where in the funnel you can make improvements. Is it in the resume stage, number of applications, number of interviews, number of callbacks? Where are you getting stuck? Embrace a growth mindset and continue to learn new skills. Eventually, this will have a compounding effect. Continue to demonstrate your passion for product management and user-centric problem solving. Identify companies where you may have relevant experience by virtue of something that you've done in the past or somewhere you've worked. Join product groups, other people that are in the same boat. Join our community so we can talk about switching over to the career. Continue to pursue your passions within product. There's a lot of stuff to do. And if you really want to get into product management, hopefully there's a reason why you want to do that. So make sure you follow the passion as well. Follow the fun for yourself to continue to keep it interesting. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also sign up for the Practical Product Management newsletter. Link in the description below so you and I can be in touch, and I'll share with you my best practices for how to be a better product manager. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. We gotta remember to turn this thing off. Okay. I see. That is pretty nice looking. I'll leave it for now.